What is up, everyone? It is tea time with Robyn. We are back. What is up? What's up, Robyn? How you doing?
Peachy.
Peachy. Love it, love
Hey,
it, love it.
I'm feeling peachy, and I'm looking at our little skin that we got over us today, and I'm feeling the
Yes.
little bit of the, you know,
Mm-hmm. Why not?
why not?
Why not? It's a
Happy
new
New
year.
Year,
Yeah.
my friend T.
Happy New Year to you too, and Happy New Year to everyone out there.
Yes, everybody that happens to be tagging along with us today.
We
Hopefully,
appreciate you.
everybody had a wonderful New Year's.
Yes, hopefully you did. New year, new you, new me, new year. Hey, not too bad. How was your New Year?
It was, I was asleep by 10. Well, let me back up. I only got to sleep that late because I was busy watching the Buffalo Sabres.
Oh yeah, the Sabres, man. They are doing the damn thing. There's what is this, 9?
10, girlfriend.
Is it 10?
Tomorrow they play to break the franchise record of consecutive wins. If they win
Oh,
tomorrow, they break the record. Yes.
wow.
Go
Good for
Sabres.
them.
Good
Like,
Sabres. Oh, I'm telling you, Dallas, which is the second best team in the league, are no slouches.
okay.
And so I was very like, this is going to be hard. Never play good in Dallas. Always
So
lose.
is it there?
It was there.
Okay.
We beat them there. And I have to say, it was probably the best overall hockey game I've watched in 10 years by the Sabres. I am not kidding.
Really?
It was awesome. So go Sabres.
Okay.
It
Good
made
morning,
stomaching that
Sandra.
horrible, disgusting loss to Philadelphia a little bit.
Yes. I mean, it feels good to have both of the teams in Buffalo having winning records, even though the Buffalo Bills are sometimes you just want to pull your hair out. You know what? I thought about this the other day. I said, if the Bills, and I said it early on in the season, I said, if the Bills doesn't make it to the Super Bowl, I might just have to be a football fan from now on. Because the roller coaster of emotions that you get when you're attached to a team, I don't know if I can continue to do this. Like, I enjoy watching football. Like, all teams. Except for people that suck, like the Jets and Miami. Like, I cannot be, I will never like those teams. But I do enjoy watching football. I mean, maybe the Chiefs too. I probably wouldn't watch them as much either. But I want to be a football fan at some point and not be attached. Like, once the Bills win the Super Bowl, I'll probably be like, I'm just a fan of football now.
I'm good. I'll be good.
Yeah.
I'll be really just fine at that point.
Yes.
And I do concur with what you're saying because I have found as I have gotten older, it is much harder for me to take these kind of seasons like this season.
This season was
and up and
wreck.
Down, up and down. And my blood pressure, I can just feel like my head is going to explode. And frankly, honestly, it feels different when you're old than when you're young. You know, it's exciting and all that when you're young. When you're old, I'm like, am I going to make it to the to the next play? Right? I'm serious. And I have a confession to make, and I said something to you about this on air. I was so nervous because this game against the Eagles was so crazy, and the Bills were once again
beating themselves,
which we'll lead into. But I decided at that very moment, I had to fix the plumbing in our bathroom. And so I went back and forth. I know T's going to I did it, folks, but I did it myself. I want everybody to know I fixed our bathroom faucets myself. But I did it during the game because I was so nervous. I kept running in and out. And it was like, it's still 13-0. How long is this game going to be 13-0?
Oh, I just listen. Okay, we
Let's
love Josh when he is Superman, but sometimes kryptonite is Josh's weakness. Like I don't. He had another brain fart like he had in with the Cleveland Browns. And you just cannot continue to do that. And we spoke about this off mic. To where sometimes chasing and Josh doing too much kills the momentum and also kills this team. And this is why I said I just want to be a fan of football now, because Josh, this is not season 2. You're not a rookie. It's not even season 3. My God, this is season 8, right? Dude, at some point when he was running around, in the Browns, I was like, okay, what do you do? Anytime Josh goes in that direction and try to go right back in there, it's no good. You're done. You're done. Dude. And then the weather was just crazy. And I know people are like, oh, the weather, you shouldn't talk about the weather, you guys in Buffalo, you're supposed to play in the weather. But this was rain that was constant. It didn't stop.
It rains in other cities, doesn't it?
Yes. But I don't know. They beat themselves. I love my quarterback, but dude, take the check down.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll back up the train a little bit.
Oh, wait, the play just happened, right? Joe Brady said, what the f are we doing? That's what he said now.
Okay.
But go ahead. That's for another time. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, we'll get to that.
Oh, yeah.
Sure we're going to get to that. Yes, the Bills beat themselves. And this is a pattern. It is who they are. I was listening to Bruce Exclusive, and he mentioned something about 3 games can be a trend, beginning of a trend or whatever. 8 games is an identity.
Yeah.
And this is the Bills' identity. And you're right in terms of it's high stakes. It's high stakes all the time. Go down 14 points, come back. Get down 21 points, come back. I mean, it's insane.
And I don't want to hear he doesn't trust his wide receivers. I don't want to hear that.
Okay. For anybody that's listening, don't hold me to this because I have to be in the right mood to do it. But at some point, I really probably should write an article because I have some hot
Please
takes.
do.
Listen to her. Okay. Easy for you to say.
I know. And if you guys don't know, Robyn writes for
I babble.
blog.
Right, yeah, but I have some babbling to do because this discussion that you're talking about, Josh Allen, let's face it. This is Wyoming cowboy Josh Allen that we're seeing again. Okay? And when does Wyoming cowboy Josh Allen show up? Well, for a lot of different reasons, he shows up. But when he does show up, what you see is the most impatient quarterback you are ever going to find. He is too impatient. He won't take the checkdowns. He wants to go for the throat on every single play.
Yeah.
And that is where he's got to get inside of his own head and figure out, why do you do this, Josh? Because you are doing this again. Repeatedly. And now it is a trend. And we don't want it to become his identity.
Right. Yeah.
Right? We don't want it to become his identity. And it might. I don't know. I guess I can't say it enough, what you said. To just blame the wide receivers not being able to get open.
That is so low-hanging fruit.
Totally. And besides, who did Josh Allen ever have in his best seasons?
Right.
At wide receiver. Take out the Stephon Diggs years. Okay, just take those out. But
Yep.
outside of that, he really hasn't had a posse of wide receivers of any significant talent
Mm-hmm.
the whole time that he's been in Buffalo. Hell, he didn't have him in Wyoming either. Well, he had Tanner Gentry. He was good. But he's impatient.
He's impatient.
He has become impatient again. And it's time for him to sit down with himself.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. Because at some point in time, you have to get past that. You have to get past it
You do.
because it's his fatal flaw.
It is. It definitely is. I mean, the first 3 quarters, I said, I'm sitting there, I'm like, we are still at 0 with a Josh Allen leading the Buffalo Bills. We're still have no points on the board, where regardless of who's on the field, and I know that the weather makes everything even.
It does.
I get it. I so understand it. But we still have, y'all like to say, but we still got Josh Allen. And I'm not saying you guys, you, Robyn. I'm just saying people in general. Oh, I can't stand their head coach. He grinds my my gears. I can't stand. He's so cocky.
What are you watching?
The game over again. You know, when we're on, I just put the game on because it just refreshes, like, what, whatever.
Okay.
But every time it's like, well, this season, they really don't have that. Oh, but we got Josh Allen. It's like, but we really don't have that. But we have Josh Allen. I'm like, okay, great. So what happens when your all worldly God quarterback has a shit of a game where he can't get out of his own way? And he's putting this team in a bind. I'll just say that. Yeah. And I'm not here to trash Josh. I'm not here. I mean, if it wasn't for Josh, this team would not be where it's at. I do understand that. But if you play within the means of the game, they could have scored twice. Twice.
Yes. Absolutely.
I mean,
but this is a pattern again. Yeah. This is his identity. And he's the only one who can change that narrative.
I think this is who he is, though, Robyn.
It is who he is. It just, absolutely is.
There's no changing. Like you said, Bruce said, this is who he is. Trying to, and you know what's so crazy is that, yes, I try to say that Josh Allen didn't regress. He didn't regress. I don't say it. He didn't regress, but he has. He has.
He absolutely has. All the numbers freaks can, put up all the numbers.
I don't care about the number. The eye test is telling me, Josh.
The numbers do show that he has regressed.
Yes.
He has regressed this season. So you ask yourself, well, why? Okay, well, this is what I find so rich. Who was the person touting Josh Allen in the draft? I was about the only one.
You were. I'll give you that.
And I am his biggest supporter. I have always been his biggest supporter, but I've also been a realist to know his game comes with warts.
Yeah.
It comes with warts. And the thing that can change things to get him back into the mode he needs to get back into aren't that hard. No. It's mental. It's mental.
It's just like telling a kid, and I'm not saying Josh is a kid. It's just an example of telling a kid, don't touch that. Don't touch that. And they continue to touch that. Don't touch that. And they continue to do it. It's like, okay, did I just tell you don't do that? And it's like for Josh, right there. Take it right there up.
Breath, Josh. Take a breath.
And he's just like, no, I don't want to take that. I want to take that. And I want to take that.
You saw the reaction when he walked off the field after the game. He was livid, rightfully so.
And
with
you
himself,
rightfully so.
But at the same time, I saw this petulant child, right? Like just
Mm-hmm.
just absolutely disgusted and couldn't believe that it actually happened. And the bottom line is, Josh, you're creating this whole environment on your own in terms of being impatient. You are doing this on your own. This isn't some wide receiver not getting separation or whatever.
Yeah, da 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 da.
Get
Stop
out
it.
of my face. He's had a lot of bad wide receivers, so I don't buy any of that stuff. But what I do buy is him falling back into old habit patterns because we see that with him. His baseline is Wyoming Josh.
Mm-hmm.
That's his baseline.
And I
He
know
has
that's why he got drafted, because he was that Wyoming Josh. And we understand it. But
right.
at some point, this was 2 games in a row. We had Wyoming Josh, who almost had a safety, and you tweaked your freaking foot because of a Wyoming Josh. I mean, we could
Exactly.
be here all day talking about Josh,
I
and
know we have to move on, but
you know,
it's a worthy discussion.
it's definitely a worthy discussion, because not even that, at some point, we're going to discuss this in the off season as well,
Yes,
because
we are.
we don't know how far we're going to go, and we're going to have those conversations a little bit later. But let me ask you, they called it a forward pass. The only thing that was positive out of that whole fiasco is the Eagles only scored 3 points on it.
Right.
For me, when it happened, the reaction was Josh arguing with the ref. Dude, for your teammates, everybody else, and I know you play into the whistle. You play into the whistle. We was always taught that basketball. You play into the whistle. These guys just assumed. But the other team was like, free ball, get ball. Where our guys, like, it's rolling. I'm going to just grab it. Right. Like, I don't know.
It was so frustrating.
This game was frustrating, man.
It was. And it wasn't just the way that it ended. It was the way that the whole game went down. As you pointed out, and I felt the same way. It was 13-0 going into the 4th quarter.
I said to my friend, are we not going to score this game? I text my friend, when's the last time the Bills been shut out? And I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to, don't even tell me. I said, I don't even want to know. I said, because I do not see the Bills being shut out. Again, I know this team goes as far as Josh goes. But that was a scary, but a reality check type of a game.
It was. It was a reality check. And because we've probably beaten this dead horse, there was some good in the game.
Yes, thank you. Let me turn the page. Thank God.
Turn the page. There was some good in this game. And it didn't really resonate with me until I started looking closer, checking out a little of the all 22, that sort of thing. So I made a couple notes and I wondered what your thoughts were about this, because I think TJ Sanders is starting to look like a defensive tackle.
Yeah. Yeah. So CJ, he's been playing the last few games.
Well, he was a defensive end, and that's not his position.
Yeah, that's not his position, not his position. But I don't know what sparked, like we've always said, the rookies will hit a rookie wall. And for
They
CJ,
did.
he hasn't, because he was out.
Exactly.
He got injured. So
right.
He still got those fresh legs or whatever. And I like that they're moving him around, but like you said, he is not a defensive end. Put his butt inside.
Let him learn his job as a 3-technique defensive tackle.
Yeah, he's playing well. Walker is always playing well. He had a spell there in some of the games. he hit the rookie wall.
He
But
did.
in this game, he showed up again.
Oh yeah. And I can hardly wait. Well, you know how much I love my big boys.
Mm-hmm.
And this big boy is going to have his body reshaped by some proper training in the off season, and he's going to have that whole off season to let all that experience, because he had so many reps this year. He's going to come back next year ready to light the world on fire.
Yes.
And
yeah,
I want to be here for it, because
for
I
sure.
think he's going to be I think he's going to be a game wrecker.
And for you, Sandra, I mean, if I hear like you won the game, you shouldn't be happy that you won the game. Like if we won the game, we would be on here saying, still, what's going on with Josh? Our offense looks stagnant. Our defense, only good thing about it is the defense. And let's continue with the defense. The defense didn't allow, well, first of all, the defense held Saquon Barkley to 68 yards, I want to say. In this game.
On 19, was it 19 carries?
Yep, 19 attempts and 68 yards. So they did, like, I need this defense to show up in the playoffs.
In the first half, too.
Yeah. Can we please? We're on the good. We're on the good, Robyn. We're on the good now. See, you didn't bring up the bad. And I have to go pause, put a pin in the good for a minute. I'm going to need my offense to smell some smelling salt, please. I don't know what you guys are doing. Like me and Robyn said, not on air. You cannot continue to go 21-0 and be down and think you're going to do this in the playoffs. You're not going to be able to do that in the playoffs.
No.
Even though those two games were good teams, it's tight. It's tight in the playoffs.
It is. But one thing that I thought was very positive coming out of this game was a solid belief that, what am I always yakking about? Being able to run the ball and being able to stop the run. Well, we haven't been able to stop the run in the earlier part of the season, but truthfully, over the last, say, 6-7 games or so.
After Thanksgiving, this defense has improved.
On run defense, much better. Much better. So watching what we did to Saquon Barkley, even though they're not the same animal, doesn't frighten me quite as much to go up against Derrick Henry. I know King Henry. We've stopped him before.
I know we have. You know what I just, same song, different, whatever. The Ravens, hey, Pittsburgh, please do what you need to do, okay? Like, just do us a solid. Like, I don't want to see Derrick Henry. I'm just so tired of that Ravens team. No offense, all the offense. I just don't want to see ya. I'm good. And plus, they always play them, like, it seems like, it's the Ravens, it's Pittsburgh, it's the Eagles, it's Houston. It's those type of gritty teams that the Bills seem to get hurt on.
Yeah.
So it's always going to be a dogfight. Always.
Yeah, Josh got sacked 5 times in this Eagles game.
Josh got sacked 40 times this season.
Compared to 14 times they said last year? That was
and
insane.
Then prior to that season of 14, he got sacked multiple times in the year before. So he's gotten beat up this year. And when Josh gets beat up, it's never a good thing. It's never a good
thing.
Never.
That's why I can really see the argument of going back and forth about whether he should even see the field against the Jets.
And we're going to talk about that as well. But let's stay on some good. Big time catch by Schaefer's.
Yes. I meant to mention earlier.
Can't take him off the field.
Can't. Why are we not throwing more toward him? Why is he not incorporated in the game plan more?
I do like the fact that we are seeing throws down the field. I think they emphasis this on this particular game to see. And it's crazy in this game when it's raining. Let's throw the ball down the field. Not on a nice day. Let's do it in the rain. But, hell, whatever. Cooks had a great catch. He could have had another one if he could have tracked the ball. I don't think he knew where it was. Schaefer's again. Schaefer's with the big time catch.
I love him. I just love him. He's so complete.
And he's so...
He can block.
Calm. Yeah.
He's steady Eddie.
Yeah.
And you can trust him. Josh trusts him.
And not even that. He's getting a jersey.
I feel the same way.
Yes.
About Jackson Haas. He can throw to Jackson Haas, and he's like a safety valve. And I don't know why they're not using them more.
No, it's not them. It's who it is.
No, we do, don't we? We're going to talk
the fact that Schaefer's is getting a jersey over your draft pick, Coleman, is crazy to me. That's crazy. I don't know if we'll ever know, and I know, Sandra, you know a little bit about it, but the real story of what's going on with this guy and how did he fall out of favors, and it's just insane. Insane.
It is insane. It's disturbing.
Yeah.
To some extent, because you wish as a fan that you could understand a little bit about what's going on behind the scenes, because if they don't, he has to start this week. Oh, he's the reason they're going to rest Shakir.
Yeah, no. You're putting that guy in there just for this. Just see as a trade, like he can do this, he can do this. Don't you want this guy? Remember they sampled Sammy Watkins, and he got traded out of here. So maybe
and what a good game to pick against the Jets, who are tanking and they don't
give
5 hoots if they win or lose.
Exactly. So more good in this. The defense, like we talked about, did not allow Hurts to complete a single pass in the second half. And look, the Eagles' offense was in the second half, 0 points, 0 completions, 16 yards. Crazy. Tail of two half. Crazy.
Did we just say the same thing at the same time?
Yes. And that tells you the tale of two halves is that's this season of the Buffalo Bills in a nutshell.
It truly is. And I don't ever remember a season like this one in that regard. First half, second half,
it's a whole different game.
It's a whole different team.
Yes.
It's like, what did they give them, Wheaties or something at halftime? I mean, I don't know what's going on.
Well, I wish we can bring someone on, and maybe we'll do it in the off season to explain, because I know the defense was totally different. They were doing things. They had Dorian Williams was just all over the place, spying. Yes, he was kind of playing that Michael Hoyt type of a role.
Yes. And he's starting to fit into that.
Yeah.
And we could see more of that, which wouldn't hurt my feelings at all. And then
not at all.
This next year when Hoyt comes back, and you have Hoyt, and you have it's just the defense. If we had a healthy defense and hadn't lost Ed Oliver. Speaking of that.
Oh, God. Robyn. What just happened? We were so excited. And then Sean McDermott, Happy New Year's, guys. So Ed Oliver,
he just had a procedure.
What?
Excuse me, sir? On his knee.
A procedure? In his knee?
Well, and here's what that brings up another question about. Okay, this happened during the rehab process. Right. While he's rehabbing, this happens. So are we going to have some conversations, you and I, T, during the off season about our strength and conditioning people?
Yes. We're going to do an episode. I'm going to write this down.
Write it down, because we need to have some conversations about this. I don't even know what to say. It's like, okay, so we're rehabbing the arm, but now your knee needs to be scoped.
Huh? It's like, excuse me? I was supposed to get back like this week. My knee.
That just let the gas out of my bag.
Yeah.
It did.
I
It was
seen
like,
that. I was like, because Sean McDermott said that he had a setback. And we're like, he was just raising his daughter up. He was throwing her up in the air. Was that what happened? And they're like, no, it's his knee. His knee?
exactly. Like,
I don't know. So I do want to talk about this. I've seen something out there, Twitter is a crazy place. The internet in general. People like, should Sean went for it on the field? Should he settled for the field goal, or were you fine with the 2-point conversion?
In what confidence does anybody have in that kicker?
And that goddamn kicker!
No way. That was a no-brainer. If ever there was ever a question about it, it would be if the kicker was any good. But that kicker he was cut from Indianapolis for missing an extra point.
Yeah.
And then he does it with the Bills. You're going to trot him out there? No. So
in the rain too?
No. That you put your player out there and you put him in the best player in the situation to give you a win is Josh Allen. And he's come through most of the time. He did not come through on that play. I will say, I think his foot is bothering him a lot more than what he is willing to talk about, because you could tell that his mechanics were off in this game. And we'll get into more of that in the spill. But
I think it's time to spill the tea.
Oh, spill it. Let's just spill it all over the place. Spew the tea.
Come on, just spill that. Come on, just spill that. Spill that tea for me. Spill no dirty tea. Yeah, tell me everything. Come on, just spill that.
I've not just seen the play where James Cook
is still watching the game.
Hit, and everybody thought it was a fumble. I'm like, no, that wasn't a fumble. But he did hit his freaking head on that thing, though. My spill the tea is the kicker. Happy he is
segued into that nicely.
Yes, you did. You did. That's why I said let's spill the tea. Here's the thing about the kickers, and we're gonna go out and get one next year. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna draft a kicker. Tyler Bass, I don't know if you're gonna be here, buddy, next year. I mean, if you are, great, because I don't think they're gonna get off that contract. But if you're not, we got to go get one. We had 3 kickers come in, and you all, besides the one that's coming back, Prater's coming back. Here's the thing that I'm gonna need Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane to do. I'm going to need them to put something together and put it on paper to say, I need you to read this before you sign your contract. Buffalo Bills fans and kickers. We love you when we love you. But from our past history, you're going to have to understand the importance of a kicker on this team. I know some other teams are like, kickers are blah, 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 blah. But for the Buffalo Bills fans, Bills Mafia, kickers might be the heart of us because we've lost the Super Bowl because of a kicker. So I'm going to need you guys to understand how important a kicker is to this team. This mother freaky missed an extra point. An extra point! The score was 13-12, right? 13-14. What was it? God dang it, I don't even know. Whatever it was. It was 13-12, and you missed an extra point. And I was like, hopefully that does not come back to bite us in our ass. And what did it do? What did it do? Bit us. Thank you. Appreciate your time here. But you got to hit the door. And no, you know what? Let that door hit you in your ass when you walk out. Because you're no longer on the team. but I'm gonna need a contract in big letters to say you might be the most important player on this Bills team besides Josh Allen. You might be the most important player on this team as a kicker. Bills Mafia and kickers.
It's true. You mentioned that's really interesting about our history with kickers. in terms of but really it does. It explains a lot in terms of why it makes us crazy. It makes us crazy because ever since wide right,
Yes.
it makes us crazy.
You think anyone in that stand, if Tyler Bass, when he kicked that 61, didn't have flashbacks of, okay, God, thank you. Let me tell you what I do. For the last year, anytime once Taylor Bass missed that one with the Chiefs, that whole next season, I did not go in and watch a kick that whole season. I would leave. Extra points, just field goals, I would not watch. My friends thought I was crazy. I said, I can't do this. I said, I get so antsy. And thank you, Mr. Guy. You did it again. You made me feel antsy with the kicks now. Now I got to leave again. Thank you.
Let's solve that problem, please, during the off season.
Thank you. Kickers, Robyn. We're talking about kickers.
We're going to be talking about kickers for the rest of our lives. Okay, my spill the tea. And I want to preface this because I don't have an answer for this. I just want to talk about it. Whether or not to play players based on whether they could, for example, James Cook could win the rushing title. Do you let him play to do that? Do you hold him out? What do you do with players under these circumstances? Because there's nothing in it. There's no incentive in this Jets game whatsoever. So there's nothing to play for in that regard in terms of winning or losing.
Right.
So what do you do with your star players? What do you do with Josh Allen and his tender foot? Because the one thing you don't want to do is re-aggravate it. But at the same time, he's sitting with 39 touchdowns and he'd sure like to have 7 years in a row or whatever.
Yeah.
30+ touchdowns. How do you balance that? And what are your thoughts, T? I'm curious.
For me, I just sit Josh Allen. I don't really care. I'm no disrespect to Josh, and I know he's definitely a stubborn guy. He wants to have that record of not missing any games. So, and I get that, but I'll just say this personally. I think this season has been a very difficult season for the players and Josh, and maybe this might be a reality check for a lot of people and players. And we'll get into it later on about how far I think this team will go. I don't know. Like, I would sit him. I would just sit him. Like, if you want a healthy Josh Allen going into the playoffs, and if you're trying to push for a Super Bowl, you got to sit him. You know, I mean, for a snap, you go in there for, it's as a fan, sit his ass.
Yeah. And the foot, as you point out, the foot got re-aggravated.
Mm-hmm. And you don't know. And I said this off mic with you. You don't know how other players are looking at this team and wanting to harm this team or hurt players, because we're not going in, we're not doing anything, but you're not either. You know what I mean? So you don't know how people's mindset going into this game. So I would sit anybody and everyone. And I know James Cook, that situation is different because maybe he has incentives if he breaks or if he's the leader of,
the rushing title. I'm sure there's a bonus in there.
It's got to be something. And then Shakir too, if he catches another touchdown, he has he has an incentive of $1 million. And then Joey Bosa, if he gets a sack, and he said that with the Cleveland game, he only needed one more sack. So it's a lot of things on.
It's a lot to consider.
It is, and you
It's a
don't
lot.
want to go play and be fearful because that's when you get hurt.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. It's
yeah.
crazy. And Dawson Knox, I think, also
Yes, but
touchdown.
Dawson Knox could have had a touchdown pass the last game if you would have not clapped before the ball came to you. I don't know why you clapped and the ball wasn't in your hands yet, but that's nor here nor there, Dawson. I think you just have the baby brain, you and Shakir, but it is what it is.
Baby brain. I think that's a good word for it, baby brain.
Mm-hmm. But let's get into our winning points.
Okay. So
hold on.
Everyone's a winner, baby. That's the truth. It's the truth. Making for you is such a thrill.
everybody's a winner.
Everyone's a winner. Everyone's a winner. Go ahead, Robyn.
I would not be myself if I didn't always start out with the same winning point that I have had all season long. And since probably we started this whole gig with winning points, run the ball and stop the run. That is how you win the game. Now, this game, I don't have a lot of angst about. I don't have a lot of anything about, because this, after what the Patriots did to the Jets last week, I'm pretty sure the Jets are just mailing it in, like,
Oh yeah,
big
oh
time.
yeah.
So why would we, as we were talking about before, why would you want to put in players, just so they could get different titles and that sort of thing? Well, whatever. I say, and I can't remember who I could credit for this, but I saw it on social media talking about making sure, and I hadn't thought about it this way, but I think it's really valid. In the last game, especially under the circumstances we are in this game, where it doesn't really amount to much in terms of implications in the long run, bring up every single practice player you can.
Oh yeah.
Please reward those guys that have been on the bench basically the whole season.
Yeah.
And they contribute far more than I think fans realize in terms of being a scout team in practice and all the things that they do. They're there, they fly, they're with the team, they sacrifice everything, and they don't get paid, most of them, very much. And I think it's a way of recognizing their effort.
Yeah, for sure. I'm with that for sure. I would love to see that. Will he do it? I don't know. He's going to have to do something, because you don't want your starters out there. And especially you don't even know who you're playing. It doesn't really matter who you're playing, but
Yeah.
Your wide receivers, like Brandon Cooks, should sit. Most of your wide receivers should sit except for Keon Coleman. Shakir, if he wants to play, so he can get that incentive, that touchdown. I think who else? I think what's the name should sit? Matt Milano should sit for sure. Kincaid continue to sit. The two tight ends, play them tails. Dawson Knox, if you want to play him.
Jackson Hawes. Let this
Jackson
be a
Hawes.
Jackson Hawes game.
Yeah. Gore.
Frank
Gore out there. Yes. So yeah. But my winning points, Sean McDermott was asked if he wants the starters or whatever, he wants to play the starters. Sean McDermott said, I want to win this game against the Jets. So if his mindset is to win, it is what it is. I don't think they're gonna play starters like that, but if his mindset is to win, he's gonna put the players out there, gives him the greatest chance to win the game.
It's going to be interesting to see, because they're competing interests, right? Yes, you want to win the game, but you really don't want to get anybody hurt. And that's always a risk.
And when it comes to the screen game, and I know you said it as well, Robyn, there has to be some type of something. The screen is going to set up for something else. It has to. We've seen too many screens this season. It has to be
Alan's favorite pass either.
It's not. So this screen has to be something besides it. 13-0 going into the half. Look at us. But so I asked Robyn this. Give me some memories from the stadium and stories if you have any. Do you have any?
I don't. And here's why. Because when I was young, we lived out in the sticks and couldn't afford to go to the games.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was older and I lived in the city, I was working and going to school at the same time. So I never had any time off to go to the games. So most of my experience with the Bills has been from the television set, or if I was working, and I used to laugh about this when I was working at Roswell Park, everybody would have the game on. All the patients would have the game on, and I'd just go from room to room.
Now, when you lived in Buffalo,
Mhm.
what year was that?
Well, I lived in Buffalo and worked at Roswell from 1976 until 1980, early 82.
So now was that the Rockwall?
No, that was Rich Stadium.
Okay.
That was Rich
I'm
Stadium.
trying to figure out
because Rich Stadium, and this is one, my memory is more about the fact that Rich Stadium was opened my senior year in high school in 1973.
Gotcha.
And so I always thought, oh, wow, what a brand new, beautiful stadium, blah, blah, blah. And of course, by now, 50 some years later, it's like an old relic. By the way, I do want to say, if anybody has a subscription to The Athletic, Tim Graham wrote the most incredible article about the stadium.
Yeah, I got to go read that.
You please do, T. It'll bring tears to your eyes. He talked about the tunnel a lot.
Yes.
And how unique the tunnel was, and the history of the tunnel, and all the stuff that went on in the tunnel.
I had the privilege of walking the tunnel.
You did?
Yeah, I went to so the Buffalo Bills have it where fans could go to the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
They do a tour. Mm-hmm. So maybe can't remember. I did it one time, and I took my niece as well. So we went the visitor side, locker room, of course, their side of the locker room, the home locker room as well. And so we were coming, and the guy was like, the tunnel is where both teams, because there's not an entrance for the visitors team. They all walk up
all through the same.
And it was just like, I'm just like, so you mean to tell me that the Bills and the opponent walked the same tunnel? They're like, yeah. He was like, you could just imagine after like that Deion Dawkins and whatever that guy, Clemson, or whatever his name is, the heated exchange that they had.
Oh my God, yes. Oh,
so the tunnel, yeah. I gotta read it. I gotta read it.
Because you'll really get a kick out of some of the history of what went on in the hallway.
I bet. The only history I do have is I took my kids, because I don't go to games either, but because me and Krause, we do not get along. But I did take my kids to a kid game, and they freaking loved it. Like they weren't babies. They were like 7, 8, and they're now 13. So they enjoyed themselves. But the only memory I have is the drought and me screaming the way I was like, just crazy, crying, and Lay's looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, you don't understand. She's like, okay, I don't understand. Yeah. But seeing that stuff.
My friends were like, oh.
Right. Okay. Like, y'all don't get it.
Understand.
We're balling here. Like, we watched that game, that Miami game, and you're just sitting there. Yeah. You're just like, what is happening? And then you go and watch the Bengals game. You're just like, are we about to do this?
It was so freaky.
It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. But I mean, we don't even have to think about that anymore. The drought has been broken. Here's another thing that I just seen someone say. And I swear, people just come out of the woodworks just to stab us in the hearts. So the Bills have won the AFC East. Well, if you didn't know, now the freaking Patriots, excuse my French. That's how much I love them. The Patriots have won the AFC East this year. I just seen a statistic saying that Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills have won it 5 times and it's meant nothing.
What?
Because we haven't gone to the Super Bowl in that time.
Please. Spare me.
I think people forget that we are in the age of a freaking another team trying to reach a dynasty. Like, it was the Chiefs. And it wasn't like the Chiefs beat us. It was always a 1-score game. So I think people on the surface like to hear themselves talk and don't dig in and see what's really going on in there. It's so easy to say, well, they won it 5 times. What did that amount to? It's like, okay, guy, I see you like the dramatic stuff. I see, okay, nothing. It has amounted to nothing. Is that what you wanted? You got it. Sandra said that Josh was limited today. Kincaid and Bosa is questionable, and we know that Bernard is not playing. So I think Bernard should just go on IR. I think he should just go on IR.
He doesn't need to see the field this season.
No, he's done. Just be good. Thank you for your time, but this year you've been injury prone for some odd reason. Even training camp, Robyn.
Mm-hmm. It's been a lost year for him.
Yes.
Completely. And I think there needs to be a position move too. I don't want to see him back at middle linebacker.
Yeah, I'm with you. I am so with you. I think his position is suited better when he's playing. Is it Matt Milano's position?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
And Matt Milano's probably not going to be re-signed unless they win the Super Bowl. And
yeah.
Because he's showing he's got gas left in the tank.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Oh no. Okay. Sean McDermott. Y'all making me mad. So Sean McDermott was asked on WGR. Josh Allen will practice Friday and he will be a good to go versus the Jets.
Sean. Okay.
Daniel Jones and Poyer will not play versus the Jets.
Daquan Jones?
Yep.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah, what's going on with Daquan? Is it his calf?
I don't know. He's had a lot of injuries. I'm not sure what this last one was. A pec, maybe? No, he had the pec before. I don't know. But not having him or Ed Oliver is troublesome. I hope he's okay for the playoffs because we need him.
So, oh my God. Yeah.
Going to be dicey. We may be playing in the playoffs with Zion Logue.
Oh God, Jesus Christ.
No, it's just the reality of this season, as you said.
Okay, seeing that we're here now. Going into this playoffs, how you feeling, Robyn? And I don't know, I just hit you with some stuff.
Yeah, you hit me with stuff, but I love it. What am I thinking about the playoffs? I'm thinking, and this is the God's honest truth, this team could be easily one and done or win the Super Bowl. I haven't got a clue. I don't feel like there's enough there for a Super Bowl victory. if I were to be a betting person, which I'm not, I would say maybe they get past the first round, and I don't think they get past the second round unless their offense shows some kind of consistency, which we have not seen this
Right.
season. So that's what
Yeah, I'm with you too. I'm not feeling too confident when it comes to this playoffs with the Buffalo Bills. I don't know about the one and done, because I think if it's one and done, someone's going to be fired. But I am confident. I don't know. I'm so. There's a lot of people still. We're going to the Super Bowl, and I want to be those people, but I can't. I just can't put myself there because of the whole season. And I know it's a different season. The playoffs is it's season of itself. I so understand that. But I don't feel comfortable. You know how you felt comfortable last year going into the playoffs? You're like,
yeah.
oh, we are hitting our peak just at the right time. This season has been and if I take the vow of not having a roller coaster season, I don't do it with the Bills. But this season has been win, loss, win, loss, win, win, loss, loss, win, loss, loss. You're just like, wait a minute. So it's just, you couldn't help but to get on the ride. And I'm just going to be like, I'm a fan of, we'll see. That's where I'm
at. I'm with you there, because I've learned over the years, it doesn't do me personally as a fan any good to try to look beyond the next game. And that's all that I've been able to do this year, because like you said, it's win, lose, win, lose, win, win, lose, lose. I haven't had at all this season a period of time where I felt like, oh, this team is really good.
Yeah.
Like last year I did.
Yeah.
And this year I'm not feeling it. I'll just be honest. I'm not feeling it.
And you know what is so crazy? And then and it all stems, it's the head. It's Josh. I would feel comfortable if Josh was on his A game. And I don't get me wrong. I know Josh is a different guy going to the playoffs. But
we have to hope so this year.
We have to hope so. But there has always been some relief, because you've seen Josh, and last year where it was like, oh man, he's on his game. This year it was like, it's always been
all over the place.
Yes.
It's Wyoming Josh.
Yeah. And Sandra, I'm with taking the ball. And I get why they do it. But this last game, do the opposite of what you have done.
There you go.
Okay?
Yeah.
Do the opposite of that. Take the toss, win, take the ball. Take the ball. Oh, I don't know, Robyn. I think I've talked enough when it comes to this freaking team, because it is what it is. At this point, you can't change it. We are what was they? Oh, we don't know. They're 11-5 right now, right? Yes, 11-5. Would I thought they've lost 5 games this season? No. I had them losing maybe 3 or 4.
Oh, and I don't usually like to make predictions, but my feeling was somewhere around 10 to 12 games. So this fits in with what
you're at. I thought they were going to win the division, though. I did.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty clear that was surprising. But wait till next year.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the Patriots to play a first round team in all the divisions that they have to play.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll definitely see. We'll definitely see. Yeah. I did not have them losing to Miami that way. But again, sometimes you need a shake up, and if you're saying that they are a one and done team, there's going to be some shaking up. I do believe.
Bring it on.
You cannot think you continue to do the same thing and expecting a different results. That's just insanity, and it's crazy, and something has to change. If the Bills go and lose one playoff game, are done and won, woof, we would have a lot to talk about this offseason. I'll tell you that right now.
We will, and that's going to be so much fun. I love you, T.
I love you too. Guys, thank you for always tuning in. Tea Time with Robyn on the Build in Buffalo Network. Hopefully things will get back to its regular scheduling operation next week. I'll figure it out. Don't you worry about it. But like we always say, go Bills.
Bills.
Peace, y'all. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.